Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. And, yeah, a little bit of Poor Man's up in this piece in the form of Poor Man's Brewing. It be their house lager. Yeah, this comes courtesy of my boy, Ty. We went and hit a bunch of breweries up, and he gave me a bunch of beers. And this is the last one of the bunch that he sent me that I'm going to be diving into. This is their Polotmavé. Our house, your house, their house, it doesn't matter. It is brewed in Frada, PA. Brewed and canned by Poor Man's Brewing Company. Store cold, drink fresh. I don't have a date on the can. We hung out about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So you do the math on that one. But in the grand scheme of things, decided to dive in because he gave me more than two. I'm only reviewing two of these because I wanted some lagers. I drank some lagers. So we'll see where the sucker shows and proves. Not to be fair, ultimately fair, I put this in my fridge and it was in the back. And I forgot about it. I thought I drank them all. And I was like, man, I only reviewed two of these lagers. And the ones I had were really good. So I kind of felt a little bit upset at myself. Because I'm Dirty Glass Mafia. But yeah, we're remedying that now. Label-wise, it's kind of basic. Nothing too crazy. No frills. But I can dig it, especially when it comes to lager brews. They can do whatever you want because they're making lagers. As far as the beers go, man, it looks like more like a Vienna lager or a copper lager or something along those lines. Much darker than you expect from. I mean, they can call it a house lager when they call it the actual style, which is a Polotmavé lager. I don't know exactly. Like the style that would be, so maybe that ends up being a little bit darker than usual. I don't know, but in the grand scheme of things, we're here for it. We're here for it. As far as that beer goes, yeah, like I said, copper in color, soapy edges to it. Give it a whirl. Let's give it a nose. Cheers. Yeah, malt forward, very much malt forward. Comes off almost like my Baki. Comes off almost like Baki, my Baki kind of beer. Big, huge roasted malts. Not like, obviously, we're not talking about big barrel-aged, behemoth-y roasted malts or anything of those ilk, but we're talking about 4 ABV level, for its style of beer. I don't know, did they call it an ABV on this, actually? They don't. I'm guessing, house lager is probably going to be right around 5. It has this roasty, toasty nuttiness to it, like a baked brown bread, but not super sugary, not super sweet. Nothing as far as negative off flavors. Really just malt forward here. We're not talking about a big, huge kind of hop presence or the precursor to a big hop presence here. It's more very much a nice, toasty, roasty lager. And I can get down with that. I can definitely get down with that. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. It actually is quite bittering. Did not expect that based on what I was getting off of the nose, but yeah, you get this nice big pop of bittering to it. Like Czech pills level bittering to it. But you still retain that really nice kind of malt base to it. This, again, this toasted, crackery, slight brown bready without that overt sweetness kind of roastiness to it. A little bit of nuttiness, a nice toastiness to it. And the other things, you get this really utilitarian, but I say that in a positive way, not negative way, kind of staunch, kind of like just classic German. It could be Zaz or any of those kind of Hausbrucker or something along those lines, kind of hoppiness to it that really bounces off that nice kind of malt base on it. That's really good. Honestly, that's really good. Comes off that really nice big malt roasty toastiness. And that bitterness really shows and proves. It's a pretty robust beer for a house lager. When you think of a house lager, when I think of a house lager, I think of something that is just a chugger, a ripper, a crispy boy status. This is much, much more than that. It's a very sturdy beer for its ABV level, which we have to look up before the end of this review. And this comes off as this really, really, like, volumetric is the word I want to use here, kind of toasty lager. Let's see what we got here ABV wise. So it's a Czech amber lager. That checks out. And it's 4.8%. Good God. So it's Munich malt with touches Oz is what they do with it. Fresh baked bread, toffee is kind of their play on it. It's absolutely 100%. That's what this beer is. Man, I dig this. I dig this quite a bit. It's a very, 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 very showy lager, and I say that with all the love of my heart because it is showy, but at the same time super drinkable, and it's hard to pull that off. For a poor man's to kind of produce something like this, I guess I gotta go to a Frada now. And it's kind of one of those things where, you know, have lager will travel. I used to get out that Frada every now and then. I don't know why. The name of that, where is a Frada? Name of that area does ring a bell for me. Come on, internet. Why won't you work? This is scintillating stuff when I look stuff up on the internet. Ephrata, PA. Where is it by? Okay, I can't tell you why I would go there because... Where the hell is this place? Lillet's? Oh, this is south of Reading. I think I had a friend that lived close because I used to go to Reading every now and then. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it is not close to me. It's I want to say 2.5 hours probably. No, only 2 hours. So maybe we make it happen one day. It's a boring ride though, Allentown, Reading, blah blah blah. Probably a lot of breweries along the way. So let's get back to the beer instead of talking about this. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, as far as lagers go, it's probably one of the tastier, more robust lagers at a low ABV level I've had in quite some time. Is it one of my better ones I've had? Yes, Mount Rushmore status, without a doubt. Especially if you go into like a darker kind of amber lager territory, then without a doubt it's up there. Value and availability. Ty, if you want to let us know what the cost was, or anybody else out there, what they paid for this, and leave you with, I believe it's like, you can get this off a shelf. I don't think it's just brewery only, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like lager, you like it with a bit of richness to it, and really, really well made, you'll dig this. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Poor Man's Brewing. Have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff. Let's talk about it down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of delicious lager right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.